Hey there everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be looking at biology, paper 6, graphs and charts. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now, this document is from the syllabus, so you need to know what is written over there. So let's quickly read through and then go through the other notes I have here. So it says that the column heading of a correctly headed table can be directly transferred to the axis of a constructed graph. Now what this means is that this is a graph that you're probably going to have to make, okay? Like this, and all. Now, the labels over here is something you will have to put yourself, or maybe sometimes they can give it to you, okay? So how do you determine which label goes here and here? This label, the syllabus is saying that you can directly copy from the table they give you. For example, if they give you a table like this, whatever the headings are over here, you can transfer it here. Headings here, you can transfer it here. Okay, that's what that part is basically saying. Then the graph should be drawn with a sharp pencil. Each axis should be labeled with the observation of physical quantity and the unit where appropriate. Always, the units are always supposed to be there. For example, if it is temperature, you can have you can say temperature, yeah, temperature per degree Celsius. Or over here, they said time per second. Okay, unless instructed otherwise, the independent variable should be plotted on the x-axis and the dependent variable on the y-axis. Now this can be sometimes difficult to remember, so one way you can remember is that my name is Prasanna. Okay, so Prof Pras, let me change the color. Prof Pras teaches ICT. So now over here you see it forms a D, that means it's dependent here, dependent variable here, and over here it forms an I, which means it's independent variable over here. Okay, that's something you can use or have your friend's name or whatever, any way you can remember it like that. Then it says unless instructed otherwise, the scales for the graph should always be more than half of the graph grid used in both directions and be based on sensible ratios. Example, 2 centimeter on the graph could be represented as 1, 2 or 5 units of the same variables. The axes do not have to include 0, 0. What's saying is that this axis, right, it does not need to start with 0, 0, okay? And also it's saying that, for example, you see that this graph covers more than half of this. This is half of the graph and this covers more than half of it. If your graph is something like dun dun dun, you are going to lose marks over here. You are losing marks for sure, because this has to be more than half. And it's also saying that you have to use sensible units over here. For, let's say, from here to here should be 1 2 3 4 5, so it should be 5 centimeters over here. Like, you can have 1 2 3 4 and then label them properly. It shouldn't be something like 6.8 over here, 6.8 centimeters from here to here. So it should be sensible units that you use. Each data point should be plotted to an accuracy of 1/2 of one of the smallest square on the grid. The line of best fit, or the best fit line or trend line, should be a single thin line, smooth line or a curve. Always important. It can be a line or it can be a curve. The line does not need to coincide exactly with any of the points where there's a scatter evident in the data. Examiners would expect a roughly even distribution of points either side of the line over its entire length. Points that are clearly anomalous should be ignored when drawing the best fit line. What it's basically saying is that just ignore this line over here, okay? um let's say that you had data like this, okay? Now the examiner is saying, like the syllabus is saying, that you do not need a best fit line that passes through all of them. Like, this is completely wrong. A best fit line is something like a straight line. It's always a straight line or a curve. It doesn't have to go through all the points. It just has to be good enough to pass through like the middle of the point, so that the even distribution of the points or the points that you plotted on either side. Now, something like this point is an anomalous result, so completely ignore it, okay? Then it says the line of best fit should be drawn if there's a good reason to believe that the intermediate values can be predicted. Candidates should be able to take readings from the graph by extrapolation or interpolation and indicate on the graph how they determine the reading. Very important. If they say that, let's say at 1 2 3, at 3 let's say at 3 seconds, and this is volume of centimeter cube, whatever it is. What they say, what is the volume of this axis when it's 3 seconds? You have to show it like this. You have to show it like dotted lines over here, and then write the value over here to show that you know how to do it. This is called extrapolation, and if you do not show this, you will not get the marks, or at least that's what the syllabus says. Data values to the accuracy of this. Okay, now charts. This is very important. Okay, now there are basically three types of charts that they can ask us. Pie charts are generally to show percentage or proportionality. Bar charts for categorical or discrete data. This they should only be made up of bars of equal width that do not touch. Histogram should be for continuous data, and they should have bars that touch. Now this is very important. Over here you see that this is a histogram. Okay, if you have done maths, and you probably do maths, you know this. A histogram will have no gaps in between them. Okay, and this is used for continuous range of values. But when you come to bar chart, it is very important that the width of this to this is accurately maintained for all of them. Okay, it has to be the same width, and not only that width, but also the width between here to here, here to here, here, and here. It has to be the same. Okay, please make sure the widths are the gaps between them are the same, and the width of them are also the same. Now that was for graphs and this thing. Now extra notes from here, I'm just going to read this one. You can pause the video and take this one. Use a, did I miss something? Yeah, okay, I think I didn't read some of the points. Points on the graph should always be marked with an X or a circle dot. So like this and this, okay? Don't go and draw something like this, just leave it like that. Draw this around it, okay? Or don't go and draw something like a square over there to indicate that. No, stick to what the syllabus has told you, this or this. So graph, use a pencil. X-axis is the independent, as we said, independent. Y is dependent. Line of best fit can be straight line, smooth curve. Don't join the coin, just go for it. Ignore anomalous results. Label axis and include units. You are going to lose marks if you do not include units. And please just do not include a title unless specified. And this is basically saying the same thing. And yeah, so the column headings that I was saying, that you just copy from the table they give you, right? So this is something you put over here and over here. I'll be all for this video. Quite a short one. I'm going to put the link to the notes in the description. You can go read. All of them are here. More of them, more videos and notes are coming. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.